Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Tuesday afternoon to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are beginning a new Madden NFL 22 franchise, and we are going to do it in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So, we're not going to relocate the Pittsburgh Steelers because that's my favorite team. So, we are going to relocate the New York Jets like we did for the Toronto Huskies franchise. And the reason why I do the New York Jets for this relocation is just because there's two teams from East Rutherford, New Jersey, and the NFL really needs a Canadian team. So we're gonna gotta change your role if you wanna. Gotta do this on owner mode if you want to relocate your team. So I'm gonna do a financial mogul, and I'm just gonna type my name in as you would usually do. So I'll explain like the relocation process once we get into like week one in depth. So you have to do this on owner mode if you want to relocate your team. You can't do it on uh you can't do it on coach or own player because that won't work. So you gotta do it on owner mode. So you can do like go to league settings, and if you can relocate all teams where it says relocate relocation settings, when you do it to everyone can relocate, you can use all 32 teams, but you can relocate any team. If you use normal, it will be just for teams under 20, and disabled means you can't do it at all. So I'm going to use everyone can relocate, and I'll explain the relocation process once we get into week one of the regular season. Alright, so we're in week one, and we go when you see manage team, go down to stadium where it says stadium, and where it says relocate. Now the Jets are at a 64 overall, so their fan happiness is high. So if it wasn't on the everyone can relocate settings, then it would not be possible to do so. So you would have like the New Orleans Saints as your team to do so. So we've officially relocated. We have submission plans for the New York Jets leaving East Rutherford, New Jersey, and week 5 is when you get to pick your city. There's like a huge map, and then week 6 is when you get to choose the team name. Week 7 is the uniforms, and then week 8 you get to pick out your own stadium. So we'll see you guys in week 5. Alright, like I said earlier, week 5 we begin the relocation process. So we get to pick a city. You can do this internationally, but most of them are from the 48 48 contiguous US states. So London, England, that's what I would highly choose, but we're not going to do that in this episode because we're starting in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, buddy. So huge NFL market that would love a team. Bulldogs, Monarchs, Mexico City. We're not going to do that for Madden 22. I already did that in Madden 21. Did not enjoy it as much as I do for the Toronto Huskies and London Bulldogs. So Toronto, rapper Drake's hometown, we're going to pick the Mounties. So they have medium fan interest, so we're going to pick Toronto, and then we'll see you guys in week 6. Alright, so week 6 is when we get to pick the team name. So Toronto Jets would not be a good scheme because one, it has the city of New York on it, the New York Jets logo, so it's not gonna happen. So Toronto Huskies, we already have that franchise. We're not doing the Huskies for this one. We're gonna do the Toronto Mounties, which I like my Huskies franchise. We're almost done with the regular season. Mounties, Royal Canadian Mounted Police, are as Canadian as Maple Leafs. Fans like this mascot, and so do I. And the Thunderbirds are not my ultimate choice, so I'm going to pick with the Toronto Mounties. So if you guys don't know what Mounties are, They are the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and I believe, but I could be wrong, that they are the highest ranked police system in Canada. So we're gonna pick the Toronto Mounties. All right, so now we get to pick our uniform. So week 7, I feel like this is the most interesting part after you pick your name. So style 1 kind of looks generic with the stripes on the shoulders, kind of like the Vikings 70s logo. So I do like the maple leaf on the jersey there next to the NFL logo. So I like the red for Canada because Canada's flag is red and white. There is no blue, but I like the blue scheme with the yellow face masks. So style 2, I like this one quite a bit. I like the the sleeve design on the jerseys. Just makes it kind of cool. Kind of reminds me of the Pittsburgh Steelers variant of it. So out of this bunch, I like the red and yellow stripes on these jerseys, and I love the logo on the helmet. And then style 3 is just the red helmet. There is no blue helmet, so you don't see quite a bit of yellow in this one. So it kind of feels like a 1970s or 80s football kind of uniform. And this is just a great color scheme. We're going to pick style 2, and it makes me actually want to move to Canada because of the maple leaf on their jerseys. So we're going to pick style 2 for the Toronto Mounties. Here we are in week 8. We get to pick our stadium. So basic canopy, I kind of like this option. But there's many more options to go through, but we're not going to do the canopy for the Toronto Mounties. A futuristic stadium looks really nice. Canada needs an outdoor stadium because let's face it, the Scotiabank Arena, formerly known as the Air Canada Centre, is home of the Raptors, so they're going to have, it's always indoor because of basketball and hockey. And Rogers Centre is retractable for baseball because of the Toronto Blue Jays. So we're gonna not a hybrid fan. I did that for Madden 21 for the Huskies. Not going for that today. The Spear Stadium is what we did. That's what we have for the Toronto Huskies. We're not going to do that today. And the traditional. So we're going to pick the deluxe futuristic stadium for our Toronto Mounties. Here we are. We are now the Toronto Mounties, based in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and we're gonna have our home games played at Scotiabank Field. Scotiabank Arena is where the Toronto Raptors play, but we're having a Scotiabank outdoor stadium, so we gotta call it Scotiabank Field. So, in other words, we're no longer the New York Jets, so we're not in East Rutherford, New Jersey anymore. So we're gonna check out these cool uniforms that we got here today. And let's see. I just want to check out these cool uniforms. So I'm going to actually use some Corey Davis. And we got to upgrade him to a 80 overall. All in all, nice uniforms. I like the navy blue jerseys with the red pants. And it is, you don't see that a whole lot among teams. I mean, the New England Patriots, you'll see red and blue. New York Giants, you see red and blue, but like the coloration of theirs isn't as common. So, for some weird reason, the face mask was displayed as yellow when you chose your relocation. Now, I like this a little bit better than the yellow because the red stands out with the pants and all that. It just makes it so cool about this uniform. And I love that Mounties uniform with like the Royal Policeman on the horse. So yeah, it looks really nice all in all. I give it a 5-star rating. So that wraps it up, everybody. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned, and we will see you guys week 1 of the regular season.